All right, thanks, Deanna. Yeah, we're going to give you some more information on this breaking news that she was just telling you about in Pinellas County, where a pedestrian is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries after a crash. This is a closer look at the scene in Pinellas Park near 49th Street North and Ulmerton Road. Police say the driver of the vehicle did stay on scene and is not facing any charges right now. Drivers in the area being encouraged to find an alternate route. The one Deanne just gave would be a good one while investigators are on scene.
Well, the operator of the boat involved in April's deadly Clearwater ferry crash is now being criminally charged. Jeffrey Knight, the former owner of Janice Live, bonded out of jail overnight. And on your side's Beth Rousseau live at the Pinellas County Courthouse with a closer look now at the charges that he is facing. Good morning, Beth.
Hey, good morning. So Jeffrey Knight facing several felony charges for leaving the scene of a boating accident that resulted in death or serious bodily injury. This morning, we're working to learn when Knight is going to make his first appearance before a judge here at the Pinellas County Courthouse. This is video of Jeffrey Knight avoiding our crew's questions and staying silent while bonding out of jail for 8 felony counts of leaving the scene of a boating accident involving death or serious bodily injury.
Mr. Knight, do you have any response to the charges filed against you?
Officers with Florida Fish and Wildlife say Knight was behind the wheel of the boat that crashed into a Clearwater ferry back in April, killing Jose Castro and injuring several others.
Do you have any message for Jose Castro's family?
His arrest comes after the ferry's insurance company filed a complaint earlier this month. The court document says the ferry had a $1 million insurance policy through Atlantic Specialty Insurance Company. An attorney unaffiliated with this case says what they filed is called an interpleader.
How do you put a price on someone's life? The insurance company is saying, we don't want to do that. We're going to let the court find someone, and that person's going to have to do it.
The attorney representing Castro's family sent a statement to Aid on Your Side, saying in part, this is a deeply painful time for our family who continue to grieve an unimaginable loss. While no legal proceeding can undo the heartbreak we've suffered, today's charges represent a step toward accountability and justice. In the last 30 minutes, we did hear back from the officer here at the Pinellas County Courthouse. They say as of right now, there is no future court date scheduled for Knight, so we are still working to learn when he will make his first appearance. We'll let you know when that happens. In the meantime, though, there are a few things that are scheduled for today. Castro's family are going to be speaking to the media this afternoon at Coachman Park, and then later on this afternoon, FWC is going to be providing an update on this investigation at the Clearwater Police Department. We're live in Pinellas County this morning. Beth Russo, 8 on your side.
The Tampa Police Department is considering getting rid of its current standard issue firearm due to safety issues. Other law enforcement agencies have already eliminated the weapon because they say it can fire on its own without the trigger being pulled. Well, now a Florida representative is urging all state law enforcement agencies to stop using the firearm immediately. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson is live for us in Tampa tonight. And Jeff, this is kind of a big change that the agency would have to do if they decide to undertake it.
Certainly would be a big change for the officers. Good evening, Jen. The Tampa Police Department currently issues the 6-hour P320 to its officers for their standard issue sidearm. But Chief Lee Burkaw may change that over safety concerns about the weapon.
It's been the standard issue weapon of the Tampa Police Department for years, but that may soon change. Police Chief Lee Burkaw sent a letter to all officers saying, I want you to know that we as an agency are currently evaluating alternative firearms from various manufacturers, including Sig Sauer, to transition from our current department-issued firearm. Florida State Representative Danny Alvarez says the Sig Sauer P320 is dangerous because it can fire on its own, even in an officer's holster.
So for me, this is a complete officer safety issue. Number one, if you can't trust the weapon on your side, you can't go to work thinking, man, am I going to come home safely from my own piece of equipment? And
Alvarez says there are cases across the country of officers being shot by their own weapon due to an accidental discharge.
Because the videos that keep coming out, the anecdotal information that keeps coming out, guns are in their holsters and they're going off. No idea why.
President of the Tampa Police Benevolent Association showed us 2 large volumes filled with articles about accidental discharges from the 6-hour P320 across the country.
I've been around firearms for a very long time. I've never heard of an uncommanded discharge until this weapon.
He says the Tampa Police Department needs to choose a new weapon.
I don't think anybody at the department or the mayor's office or us could live with ourselves if this gun killed somebody innocently.
I did reach out to the 6 Hour Corporation for a comment on this issue. They did not immediately respond. But in court cases across the country, the 6 Hour Corporation has denied that there are any problems with this weapon. Jen?
You know, Jeff, I mentioned earlier this would be an enormous undertaking. Do we know who would have to pay for this if the police department decided to get new weapons?
It would have to be the city of Tampa, but Representative Danny Alvarez and the head of the PBA say it's worth the cost if it prevents any injury or death to any person or any officer in this area.
Jeff Patterson reporting live for us in Tampa tonight. Thank you, Jeff.
Hearing was held in Miami this morning for the second federal lawsuit that has been filed challenging Alligator Alcatraz.
Now, lawyers behind this class action suit claim that they are barred from meeting their clients at Alligator Alcatraz, and in some cases, bond hearings were canceled. 8 on Your Side investigative reporter Brittany Muller joins us in studio with the latest on the controversy.
Stacey and Josh, civil rights attorneys are seeking a temporary restraining order against Alligator Alcatraz. They claim their clients' constitutional rights are being violated, and it comes as 100 detainees have already been deported.
During a hearing on Monday, civil rights attorneys claim the government is restricting communication and violating Alligator Alcatraz detainees' constitutional rights.
This is absolutely a due process violation.
Tampa-based immigration attorney Danielle Hernandez is not part of the second federal lawsuit that was filed challenging the center, but fears her clients could end up there. On Friday, the director of Florida's Division of Emergency Management said this.
We should have our first set of on-site legal representation no later than Monday.
While in court, Governor DeSantis' attorney says that has already begun. He told a federal judge in Miami the situation has evolved since the suit was filed on July 16th, adding video conference rooms have been set up so detainees can talk to attorneys. The suit also claims a federal immigration court has canceled bond hearings.
The traditional immigration judges that hear bond hearings, nobody is taking jurisdiction over the cases of people being detained in Alligator Alcatraz. Everyone is saying we don't have jurisdiction over that facility.
Well, good morning.
DeSantis has called for the Justice Department to deputize National Guardsmen into immigration judges to expedite and increase deportations.
We have not yet had any approval for anybody to be able to come down here and do that, but we do anticipate that happening.
This is very concerning because immigration law is extraordinarily complex. I've been doing this for 15 years, and it changes every single day.
Boy, it's an interesting story. We cover it a lot down there. Did the federal judge make a ruling today on this?
Josh, no. Another hearing has been set for August 18th, and we'll get a better picture of what's going to come of this. Ahead at 6, I'll tell you about the call for any legal agreements between state and federal governments to be released, as well as the latest on the other federal lawsuit challenging Alligator Alcatraz.
The story continues. Thanks so much for the update. If you
All right, and as Juliana just mentioned, expect it to be another hot and dangerous day. We continue our team coverage, not only with meteorologist Juliana Mejia, but also with News Channel 8's Jenna Bass.
All right, Jenna, what's going on where you are?
Hey, good morning. You know, we're going to piggyback off of what Juliana said and call the heat gnarly. She's not wrong. It is already sticky, hot, and humid out here. It's only 8 a.m. But the good news is the city of Tampa is opening up cooling shelters, and we're here at one of them, Barksdale Adult Center. The George Bartholomew Center and Cascade and Pool will also open today to anyone needing relief from the scorching heat. Record-breaking temperatures are possible. We have a heat advisory in effect from noon till 7 p.m. Trying to do anything outdoors will have you feeling the heat right away.
This is our first year to the zoo. So yes, we normally just hang out in the water, so it's hot. The heat is not just stifling, it can be dangerous and lead to health complications like heat stroke in people and pets if you're not prepared. We spoke to a landscaper who says his crew takes the heat seriously while working outdoors.
I'm surprised how much they accomplish with this heat sometimes, but yeah, sometimes we have to get to the shade, we have to drink a lot of waters and try to take a break here and there because you cannot be out in the sun for that long.
Experts say to try limiting your time out in this type of heat if possible. Wear light, cool, protective clothing, apply sunscreen before you go outside, and of course, hydrate are all great tips to surviving the Florida sun, especially if exposure is unavoidable.
Mentally, actually, this is to prepare mentally, and once we on the job, we drink a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes and everything because, like I say, it's being hot.
Yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. It is hot. And now all 3 of these cooling shelter locations are going to be open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. if you need to get some relief from the heat. Of course, they have inside those cooling shelters what we don't have out here, and that's air conditioning. Reporting live in Tampa, Jenna Bass, 8 on your side.